Hey everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz, coming to you to ask you a quick question. Are you new in real estate and you're struggling to figure out how to get leads because you either got no money or you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to get a deal right now? Well, I'm hoping today I could help you out a little bit. So the hardest part for anybody that first gets into real estate, especially if you're a lone wolf agent, is holy crap, I need to pay my bills. How do I get some leads? Because at the end of the day, it's about the leads first. And, you know, a lot of people will debate this, and I will not disagree with them depending on where you are in your business. But a lot of people say, well, it's about conversion. So chicken or the egg situation. And I think I've talked about this once before. Chicken or the egg, should you be, well, I'm going to focus everything on customer service. Here's the thing. If you don't have customers, it doesn't matter if you have the best customer service ever. You're still going to go broke. The business is going to go under. So I still feel the same way about this. Yes, I believe it's all about conversion, but if you don't have any leads, you got nobody to convert. You hear what I'm saying? So in the beginning, you should be focused on leads and learning, unfortunately, sometimes through the hard way, how to convert people. So normally, in the very beginning, you don't have any time. You have very little, you have a lot of time, but you don't have any money. You have very little knowledge, and you're just trying to figure out, what can I do? So I'm going to give you a quick rundown, a list and ideas of what I would do if I was new in the business and I was trying to generate leads with no money. And then I'll talk about what I would do to generate leads with some money. All right, so let's go down the list. The first thing I would do is open houses. Open houses are one of the easiest way to come up on buyer leads and also listing leads. Now I have a whole process. I'm finishing an ebook right now that I'm going to put out there to you guys for free. Just like a complete, like starting on Monday all the way through Sunday, open house guide on what we do to actually generate so much business from open houses. You know, open houses is the first place where I would start. And it really can be a full-time gig, but this is what I would say. You have no money, and let's say you have no listings. You have no money, you have no listings. First person you should go to is go see your broker, okay? Go see your broker and say, are there any listings that I could hold open? If they say yes, you need to go and research that listing. You need to create paperwork for those listings, and you need to try to get a list of calls, phone numbers around that listing, and that's the 10-10-20. Again, you don't have any money. There's ways of getting those phone numbers. I might talk about that at a different time, but if you have money, you can get Red X and a lot of these other call systems, and they'll give them to you for you. But no money, the first thing you do, print out some stuff and go door knocking. Go knock 10 properties to the left, 10 houses to the right, and 20 across the street. In fact, I would even knock 200 or 300 if you can. Let everybody know about the open house you're going to be standing. Let everybody know about the property and ask them, hey, do you know anybody that's looking to move to this neighborhood? I need to sell this house. You know anybody that's looking to buy that I could sell? And I actually avoid asking them if they're looking to potentially sell. They already know what I am. They know I'm a real estate agent. They know I'm out there. They already see that I'm trying to add value, and they know I'm trying to sell this house. If they're thinking about selling, they're going to let you know. And at the very end, if you want to, are you potentially looking to sell your house? Is there anything I can answer for you or tell you about the neighborhood? Right? So open houses are fantastic, and that's one way. Talk to your broker. The other one is talk to other listing agents, or jump online. And I did a video on this. Go back and look at it, and it teaches you how to go and farm listings to get open houses if you don't have any listings. So go check that out. Next one. Huge fan of door knocking if done appropriately. Door knocking sucks. Okay, and let me tell you, almost everything I'm going to tell you here today, it all sucks. The reason why? You ain't got no money. So it's a matter of check equity or sweat equity. You're going to have to sweat. You're going to have to work your tail off, right? So you're going to have to go knock on doors and basically ask, hey, you know anybody looking to buy a house? Hey, here's a list of all the properties that are for sale right now in the area. Hey, did you know what's going on in the market? You're basically going to have to be that door-to-door salesman and just go start knocking on doors. And here's the thing. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Knock 100 doors. Well, I talked to one person. How many people do you want to talk to? You need to talk to about 15 people to get a deal, right? So, okay, if I talk to one person, then I need to like double down. I got to knock on 200 doors at least so I can get to 15 people per week because I want one deal a week. I want 4 deals this month. So whatever that math is, just do the math and get to work. So door knocking is one option that you could do as well. If you type in door knocking, I'm sure there's plenty of videos. Cold calling. Now, cold calling can cost money and cold calling can also be free. So the question is, how do you get phone numbers? There's a lot of different types of cold calling. I think some people are always stuck on the expired listings and for sale by owners cold calls. You can absolutely do that. If you don't have money and you don't want to pay for a system, like there's Red X, there's Espresso Agent, there's Vulcan 7, there's a whole bunch of different tools. If you don't have money to pay for those tools, I'm going to tell you how to do it without money. First, maybe you shouldn't be trying to cold call expireds. Maybe you should be trying to cold call somebody else. Try cold calling lawyers, divorce attorneys. Try cold calling lawyers, probate attorneys. Try cold calling fiduciaries, people that have deals. Cold call hard money lenders that maybe need a real estate agent or their investors need real estate agents. Try cold calling doctors. I mean, look, cold call business people. Let them know that you're, hey, I just want to let you know I'm a local real estate guy. I love what you guys do over there. And if you're ever in need of somebody, or I would love to try to help you out in some way. And that's what I do with lawyers. I think I did an interview with Don Costas, which is Flip Talk Radio. I did an interview on his podcast. You can look that up. I did like 2 hours talking about how to farm real lawyers. But you can look at fiduciaries. You can be cold calling people that are basically holding houses in estates. There's a lot of different types of people you can call. You can find a lot of those people on LinkedIn as well. You can find a lot of these people on social media, which brings me to the next one. Social media. If you're not like blasting everything that you can on social media, you should. So this is something that an agent, I had a phone call this morning, and the agent's like, yeah, I think if I just add enough value and I just produce enough stuff, people will look at it. And here's the thing, that's not true. There are plenty of real estate agents that are putting out a whole bunch of stuff, but it's just stuff, okay? And it's probably even valuable stuff, but at the end of the day, it's still just stuff. What you need to start doing is trying to create a celebrity. Who are you in the market? And the first thing I do is research who's actually important. So like in Fallbrook, and I use that as an example because it's one of the markets and I like it. There's this one guy, Faro. Faro is a local business owner, and like everybody loves him. Every time he posts up anything in one of the local community groups, like he has hundreds of people liking his stuff. So either A, jump on Faro's coattails and add value to what he's doing, or talk him up so you get those likes, shares, and comments. Oh man, I just went over here and ate at one of Faro's restaurants. It was unbelievable. And get people to see who you are, right? Add value to what he's doing, or start trying to find a way to create the celebrity that he's already created within yourself. Then as you're putting out content and information, you're already getting that reciprocation. Also, big one, reciprocation. Get out there, like, share, and comment. I spend probably 30 to 40 minutes a day just going through and liking people's stuff and genuinely engaging with it. Wow, that is really cool. What a great idea. Genuinely engage with this stuff in the local community groups and also with your power base. The people that like your Facebook page that are friends of yours, go through and like all their stuff. The natural reciprocation, you'll automatically, every time you post something, you'll see how people naturally start wanting to like, share, and comment your stuff all the time now. And it's because you're doing nice things for them. They see your name always popping up. They see that you're always showing genuine interest in what they're doing in their life, right? Social media is huge. So that's another one. If you have no money, jump on social media. The next one, and I'm at 8 minutes right now, so I'm always trying to keep these at 10. The next one, if you haven't gone through your cell phone, okay, your cell phone, man, this is power. Your cell phone is huge. The people that are in your cell phone know you, like you, trust you. Whether they're lenders, whether they're friends, family, whether they're acquaintances, you need to go out there and start with a phone call. Bob, what's going on, man? Just want to give you a call. It's Chris. What's up? Now, the first thing is not to just call and pitch. Don't call and pitch. Call and actually find out how in the hell Bob's doing. Bob, man, yeah, what's new? Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Just want to give a call and see what's new in life, man. Yeah, I got this going on. So first, build rapport. Actually be genuinely interested in your friends. But eventually you need to let them know what you do. Hey, Bob, I don't know if you know, but I just recently got into selling real estate. And I am part of, now this is a big one, the number one issue, and I'm probably going to do a video, you know what, I'm going to write it down. Too young. Too new. So I'm going to do a video on this. I hear it all the time. People, I went with Kaz on an appointment, and his biggest fear was, what if she asked me that I'm, how long have I been in the business? You defer, deflect. So if you're part of a number one unbelievable team, whether it's a brokerage or an actual team or something like that, you need to talk that up. Hey, I'm actually part of the brokerage now. Yes, I am new, but I am learning so much because the people I work with. So defer, deflect, and edify. Edify. Man, Kim Steele and Associates, KSA, they are unbelievable. And they are one of the number one people in the market, and they're killing it. And I'm so blessed that they actually interviewed me and allowed me to join this team. That's why I'm so confident to let everybody know what I'm doing. Because I know if I don't know it, I got people that do, because they're the best in the business, and I'm part of that team. I'm one of the people that make it the best in the business, right? Defer, deflect, edify. So I'd highly recommend that. So go through your cell phone. Now look, There's a ton more. I'm probably going to do this over and over and over and just throwing out a whole bunch of other ideas. I actually got a list. If you want the list, I got a list of about 100 ideas if you have no money. I have a list of about 50 ideas if you have a little bit of money. I have about another list of another 50 ideas if you're starting to do all right and you got some money. Now what do we do? Now how do we market? And then I got a list where you got goofy money. You got goofy money and you're doing extremely well and you don't want to go out and prospect. Those last two, when you have check equity and not sweat equity, that's really where you want to get. So if you want that list, comment down below. Chris, send me the list. Give me your email address and I'll send you the list. And of course, you can always call me. I make that available or text me. That works too. So with that said, do me a favor, like, share, comment. Love the comments. I always reply back to them. Make sure you check me out on YouTube. Make sure you check me out on Facebook. And make sure you go out and pretty soon we're going to have Real Estate Blitz, the podcast, Blitz University, and also the website. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll let you guys know when that comes on. And man, I'm excited. Do me a favor, try to jump on this journey with me. We're trying to educate as many agents as possible. We're trying to change our industry through education so we can actually continue to have this lifestyle and this industry to support our families. I'm trying to do this out for free or create products that are going to be at costs where I'm not making a profit. Just provide stuff out to you and anybody else that you know. So share this content information because my number one goal is how do we ensure that we don't give the opportunity for Zillow or somebody else to come in and take our business? And I believe that right now our number one concern in this industry is that agents are undereducated. Let's educate each other. Let's take care of each other. And there's plenty of pie for all of us. I want everybody to be as smart as me. I want everybody to be smarter than me. Okay? Then we're going to provide the true quality service that this industry needs right now to the people that don't trust us, which are people that are buying and selling. That's all I got for today. Appreciate you, KSA Kris, and we'll see you tomorrow.